Buhari into power. Understand it very well. People say that we insult, if you are an idiot, I will tell you are a fool to your face. I will tell you that you are an idiot. You are a fool, I will tell you. You are a baby saboteur, I will tell you. You are an aspiring sabo, I will tell you. To your face. Wherever I meet you. I traveled all over the world and I went to the USA and I told them what I felt about them. People were shocked. Ask Ikenawan on any. He took me to a group of indigenous people in California. Ask him what I said. They were in shock and horror. I tell you anything I want to tell you in your face. There is nothing any bagger can do. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Not absolutely nothing. Listen to Jonathan, please. I want you to listen to the former president of the Federal Terrorist Zoological Republic of the zoo that Britain created. Listen to him. And you reference my program on the night of the election. Go and find it. Uche, go and look for it, or form and look for it. Anybody who has access, look for it and want that eve of election broadcast, go and bring it. And that same night of election, bring my broadcast. I want it to be replayed for the world to know that Elohim sent us. What I say, mortals cannot, what I see, mortals cannot see it. That is why when you give me advice and I don't take it, please don't take it the wrong way. The time for that your advice hasn't arrived yet. We see things that mortals cannot see. You cannot see it. When I said this thing, Jonathan was in panic. Jonathan could not believe. He could not. He was wondering, how did Nnamdi Kanu know what is happening? I told you what was happening. And now listen to Jonathan, please. That you may know that Chukwukika Abiyama is on our side. That Elohim we worship is with us. Listen.
The level of interference by the Obama's government was very overwhelming.
This is the voice of Jonathan.
It's not as if I couldn't have won the election even with that. But if, by my own thinking, and also the way some other people look at it, they go outside the normal diplomatic relationship, then it should be mentioned.
Now listen. Jonathan, after these years, I commend Jonathan, to be honest. He's a statesman. Jonathan is a statesman. I commend him. I can criticize him in any other way, but good Lord, Jonathan is a statesman. I commend him and I have respect for him for that. He waited all these years. Now the zoo is in trouble and he is telling you what happened. The same thing Obama did to Libya. The same thing Obama did to Libya to destroy Libya and plant terrorists is exactly the same thing he did in the zoo by putting in the late dead Buhari. I want you to follow this very carefully. Exactly what I told you that night. When I said that Obama was interfering in the elections, some fools could not understand what I was saying. They said, oh, he's just making it up. Has it not been confirmed from the mouth of an ex-president, from Jonathan's mouth itself? And I want that broadcast found tonight. My broadcast of the eve of the election of 2015 and the one I made on that same night when they were going to polls and voting. You will hear it. I told you that America was putting pressure on Jonathan to concede. I told you they will rig the election, that Jonathan will lose by 200,000 votes. Exactly my prediction came to pass exactly that way it is. Exactly the way it is. Our people don't know anything. Do you know the reason why Obama was helping the Janjaweed North to win? Because they are all Muslims, they are all Islam. Because the Fulanis are not ashamed of saying we are subservient to Saudi Arabia. I want people to understand, to reason, because the Fulanis, they have relatives. Using their religion, they have relatives everywhere. People who can fight for them, people who can stand for them. But you, who can stand for you? Okoko, who can stand for you? Nobody. That is why they're killing you. That is why Mietiala has formed a vigilante group. You cannot reason. You cannot reason. Your brains are not working properly. But here, after listening to us, you must reason. MUST, you must reason. If you like it or not, you must reason. All of you together. Listen to Jonathan, please. Very carefully. Obama was meddling in the elections. Obama, contrary to U.S. laws, Obama was meddling in the election of Nigeria, meddling in broad daylight because he wanted a Muslim to take over. They had their plans all laid out, well cleaned out and well made. And now Jonathan is confessing it. What I told you in 2015, on the night of the election, Jonathan is now confirming in the year 2020, 5 years after that. He's now confirming it. Some of the things that you hear us say on Radio Biafra is true. But out of shame, the same way that the whole world knows that Buhari is dead, out of shame, they don't want to concede. Let it not be that Nnamdi Kanu is right. And they have gone as far as trying to get those they can deceive. Oh, don't talk about it. I said to them, to hell with you, talk about Buhari, dead Buhari, because it's the truth. Any day I see the truth and I run away from it on this very platform, the glory of Elohim will depart from us. We have come to preach the truth. And we are indestructible by man. Only Chukwukika can, not man. So you understand it. What I told you in 2015, on the night of the election, Jonathan is confirming in 2025 years after that. We see things that ordinary people cannot see. Please listen. And you will hear, there is a place Jonathan will mention something and you will be shocked. You will know the reason why Nnamdi Azikiwe was not given the prime ministership of Nigeria. You will understand the reason why Aburi Accord did not stand. A lot of people are wallowing in ignorance. A lot of people are moving about in ignorance. Our job here on this platform is to cleanse your brain, to remove every vestige of black stupidity from your membrane so you can reason properly like a human being. So you can reason very well like a human being. Listen to Jonathan, please. Listen to Jonathan. To President Goodluck Jonathan. In the year...
Even that person
listen.
To Nigeria at the eve of election, after Obama even issued a statement directing Nigerians to vote for the next...
Who sent who? On the eve of the election, they sent John Kerry, the U.S. Secretary of State, to go and meet with the late dead Buhari. You people must reason. This is why they say, oh, you're paying $85,000 to consultants. Do you know how much the zoo is paying? Do you know how much a Fulani cabal contributed to Obama's re-election that made it possible for Obama to send John Kerry to go to the zoo to go and see an opposition leader? Has that ever happened before? But you don't reason. You claim some of you went to school, you read political science, you cannot reason. If you cannot reason, what are you doing on this earth? Okay, what is your job? If you cannot engage your brain to be able to reason properly. I want you to understand that Chukwukabam is with us. Listen, please.
Chapter. That tells you something.
Tells you something.
We should not sweep this under the carpet. If a foreign country, or the African country, or even America or any other country interferes with our own elections, we should mention it.
Now you can understand. Obama interfered with the elections in Nigeria. Even Jonathan now has come to concede that the whole Chibok Gears thing was organized by Obama administration, executed by that midget in Kaduna, El Rufai. Some of you are blind. You are blind. You are blinded by stupidity, by a black African stupidity. You cannot reason very well. Chibok Gears planned and well executed to remove Jonathan in power. They wanted Muslims to be in power. They need Islam in the zoo, Nigeria. They want it and they are going to get it. All of you are blind and so foolish. I heard some idiots talking about airport has been reopened. I said, you're so daft, it's untrue. Somebody came to your house and stole 1 million naira from you. And then came back and gave you 1 kobo in return. And you're jumping up and down. You are a complete idiot. Complete fool you are. That is why I have no time for morons. I cannot stand them. They say, oh, he's very harsh. Why won't I be harsh? If you're a fool, I will tell you are. Somebody stole 1 million naira from you. Came back and gave you 1 kobo and you're throwing a party. Tell me about Enugu Airport. What useless Enugu Airport is that? Ordinary tarmac. That our engineering corps in the volunteers can build in 1 week. You are jumping up and down. Look at how they deceive you. Chibok girls, organized by Obama and El Rufai, with the late dead Buhari, Abakari and Co, Fulani Cabal, deceiving all of you. And you wake up and you talk about our Nigeria, this is our Nigeria. We don't know what is happening. You people are fools, you know nothing. I will insult you because if you're an idiot, I'll tell you you are. Let us listen to Jonathan, please. Let's listen to him. To what President Jonathan has to say. Listen.
How do we get these girls out?
Yes, Chibok girls.
Within a couple of days, we saw people going to the U.S. to bring back our girls' placards.
Yes.
Why?
Mrs. Obama, did you see Mrs. Obama carrying bring back our girls? Did you see her? All planned, all well orchestrated, planned, Fulani Islamic Brotherhood, cabal, they planned it. You saw, all of you saw Obama. Bring back our girls, so they all planned it to paint Jonathan black, to destroy Jonathan. That a Fulani Janjaweed will come in and take over our waterways, take over our farmlands under Ruga. Tell you that Miyetti, a terrorist group, can form vigilante across the country. And all of you moronic, idiotic zoo animals that look at created, all of you are just there looking more sheepishly like a bunch of idiots that you are. You cannot reason. You cannot reason, can you? Let us hear Jonathan, please.
And of course, the Mrs. Obama received one of those placards.
Mr. Obama.
I cannot take responsibility for the abduction. I don't control Boko Haram. They are criminals. But as the president, of course, you know, it's not the president that go to the field. You have security and intelligence officers that do the work. Let me admit that, yes, maybe they do their best, but their best was not good enough for us to recover the girls. That does not mean that I'm trying to remove myself from any blame. Yes, I may not be blamed for the action, but I could be blamed that my security and intelligence systems were not strong enough to be able to rescue the girls.
Do you see how a statesman talks? You can criticize Jonathan all you like, but the man is a natural born statesman. He even took responsibility for Chibok girls because it happened under his watch. Compare that with these morons, these scavenging, desert-dwelling, cattle-heading animals. You will see the difference between a Biafran, somebody who by nature is cultured, and a bunch of vandals from the depths of hell. That tells you all you need to know. Obama interfered. Why did Obama interfere? Let us go to Ojukwu and Aburi. So you understand. When I tell you people that the alliance against us, you don't know. Even the complete idiot who may be on Facebook yapping and writing rubbish do not know the amount of enemies. Biafra. He has no clue. Had no idea. Biafra, when is it coming? They have no understanding. The hurdles we need to negotiate and cross before we get to the promised land, they have no idea. They think you wake up in the morning, you write to Trump, you write to EU, Biafra will come. They are insane. I used to say on this platform that Biafra is the last miracle, and I used to say it for a reason. Because of the obstacles and hurdles in front of us, we need to overcome. This is one of them. American president from nowhere is against a head of state because Jonathan is a Biafran. They cannot allow him. No, it's impossible. He cannot stay there. I want you to pay particular attention to what I'm going to play next. And I said this evening, this program may last up to 3 hours. So be prepared. If you don't have data, you go and borrow data from. So go and borrow, you buy on credit. You must listen this evening and learn. After tonight's program, you will know that reasoning is very important in life. And when you go through Jonathan's experience, when you go through the experience of Nnamdi Azikiwe, you go through the experience of Ojukwu, believe you me, you need to go back into your room, turn off the light, and fast and pray for God to give you the capacity and ability to reason. You pray for 30 days. I'm telling you the truth. If you look at, you don't need anybody to educate you on anything. Look at how they treated Jonathan. Look at how they treated Ojukwu. Look at how they treated Azikiwe. That will tell you all you need to know. That the people you claim you're with, you're not with them. Or those that claim they are with you, they're not with you. That is what informs how we run IPOB and why IPOB is the most successful freedom fighting movement in the whole world. Not despite the fact that no politician in Biafra land is in support of what we are doing. Because they are cowards, of course. You know that very well. But yet we are waxing strong all over the world. Have you asked yourself why that was made possible? Any day you understand it, that day you respect IPOB. You respect IPOB. Now let us go to the next one so that the world can hear very, very well what has been happening to us. And after this program tonight, I want you to put one and one together. I don't want you to forget IPOB. I want you to cast your mind back. Ask yourself this question. Why was it that Nnamdi Azikiwe, a frontline militant agitator for independence for Nigeria, the only man who did not inherit the mantle of leadership across all of Africa? Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why Aburi did not stand. Ask yourself why they lied against Ojukwu and said Ojukwu declared war and sustained the narrative for nearly 52 years. They sustained it for 5 decades. Blatant lie. Even the journalists in Lagos or Abuja writing he knows it's a lie, but he will write it. Ask yourself why. Now we are going to discuss Aburi. And Ojukwu is here. All of you have seen it, but you did not pay attention. Our job here is to get you to pay attention to the things you ought to pay attention to. That's what we are doing. And I'm going to play that same interview. And I want you to listen very carefully to what our eternal general has to say. Our overall supreme leader for life. What he has to say about Aburi. Let shame befall our enemies. And this evening, you will see, I've shown you the hand of America. At this time, I'm going to show you the hand of Britain. And you'll be wondering, but what did we do to them? Why is it that they want to suppress, to clamp down on Biafra? Any day, as I keep saying, believe you me, any day you go into your bedroom and you think and you discover the reason why they're against us, you can never be a Sabo in your life again forever and ever. Never. Listen to Ojukwu and listen very carefully to our leader, the only genuine general you have before he passed on. Listen to him, please. Listen.
But at the end of it, I don't want to go because these things are all, the tapes are available.
His English is Queen's English. Some of you may struggle to understand it. He is learned. He's a learned man. Highly polished, highly educated. Some of you may struggle with the crispness of his accent and his tone. But please do pay attention. He is the Biafran head of state. Pay attention to him, please. He is late, but to us, he will remain our head of state. Listen very carefully.
The records are there.
Records of Aburi.
In fact, only about 2 weeks ago, I saw a set of the records again.
So the Aburi records exist.
The transcripts are available.
They're available.
But we talked about the Nigerian situation. And certainly, at the end, everybody says, oh, you told them this, you did that. The fact was that our case was so clear.
Yes, case for Biafra and at Aburi.
That I actually believe at the end of Aburi that the problem was not Gawan.
Listen.
But probably some ambassadors in Lagos who were...
The problem was not Gawan at the end of Aburi. Our leader knew. He said some ambassadors in Lagos did not want Aburi to stand. So I am telling you today, Britain does not want restructuring. All of those blood-sucking, demonic neo-colonialists, they don't want restructuring. That is why the Fulani Janjaweed can never restructure. I need you to understand this. Ambassadors. These are white people from Europe and elsewhere. They have no business with the governance of Black Africa. Absolutely nothing. Now, ask yourself, in 1967, why was it that some white ambassadors in Lagos did not want Aburi to stand? Because Aburi standing meant that the eastern region, which is Biafra, will have an independent economic system. Because before they sent, and I'm going to tell you tonight, it was Britain that planned the coup. I'm telling you the truth. You may be shocked, but it's the truth. The coup of 1966 was planned by the British. The reason being, they wanted to destroy the economy of the East under Dr. Michael Okpara. Michael Okpara had the fastest growing economy in the whole world. In the whole world on this very earth. Dr. Michael Okpara of the Eastern Regional Government had the fastest growing economy. We were manufacturing things. Britain could not stand it. Britain did not want to see it. They planned that very coup to destroy us. One day it will happen. I'm saying it now. It sounds like it's a joke. One day it will reveal itself. And say, my goodness. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was right. Of course, I'm always right. I'm sorry to say this. Some people don't like it. I'm a human being. I'm a mortal. I'm nobody. I know that. But I get it wrong. I get it right 99% of the time. Maybe I get it wrong 1%. I want you to listen. I want a Fulefus, all the idiots, all the Abuja contractors, all the baby sabo with feeding bottle. I need you to understand that you don't know the amount of enemies you have. You have no clue. You have no idea. This evening, I want to come to you, Obrazo. I want to do a slight revelation.